My parents threw out all photos of me with my late brother Ethan and handed me emancipation papers 2 weeks before my 18th birthday. When I asked why, Mom screamed, "Why wasn't it you in that car?" That was 3 months ago. Yesterday, she opened a letter and froze, not eating since. I found our photos crumpled in trash bags in the garage like we were garbage. 3 years after Ethan's fatal crash at 17, my parents weren't just grieving. They were erasing me. I was supposed to go with him that night but stayed home with the flu. Since then, they've looked at me like I stole their real child. Ethan was their perfect son, football captain, honor roll. I'm the weird, quiet one with panic attacks. Ironically, Mom's a therapist and Dad runs grief support groups. They won't pay for my therapy, so I work at a bookstore to afford sessions. Last year, they had a miracle IVF baby, Noah, a fresh start with no room for me or Ethan's memory. Overheard Mom tell my aunt, "It's easier now, just one kid. We can breathe." I didn't count. At dinner, I confronted her about the trashed photos. She sobbed. "They have his eyes." Dad slammed the table. "Why do you upset her?" 2 weeks later, they presented emancipation papers saying, "You're mature, working, paying for therapy. It's time." They framed it as a favor, but their will left everything to Noah. I signed, hands shaking. Mom gave me Ethan's backpack saying, "I can't look at it." Inside was a hidden birthday card from Ethan for my 14th. "To my favorite person, I can't wait to see you grow up. Love, your big brother." They'd kept it from me for 3 years. I cried all night. They made me move out before Noah's first birthday, calling me a burden. At Aunt Laura's, she was shocked. "I thought you were visiting for college tours." I showed her the papers. She was furious. "Your dad did this when our father died." She called her friend Sarah, a social worker, who said, "This is abandonment disguised as independence." Laura made her guest room my bedroom, saying, "This is your home." We learned my parents told everyone I was troubled, acting out, since Ethan's death, and wanted emancipation. They built this lie for months. I found their 400-page grief book draft, mentioning me twice. Their social media showed only their perfect family of 3. With Sarah's help, I gathered evidence. My therapist helped me write a family letter. My boss offered full-time hours. Family started questioning, what happened with Emma? They skipped Noah's party. My parents' stories unraveled, contradicting themselves. They showed up at Laura's demanding support. She barred them. Mom screamed, "Why wasn't it you in that car?" Neighbors heard. Next day, 47 missed calls from Mom and Dad's chilling text, "Come home, or we'll reveal the truth about the accident." There was no secret. I was sick, Ethan went alone, and never returned. Laura found me shaking. "Pack. We're going to Grandma's." Her house smelled of safety. She hugged me. "I've been waiting for you." She showed a folder of evidence since Ethan's funeral. Emails, screenshots, bank statements. One email from Mom, 2 years old. "Emma's a constant reminder, killing our marriage. They plan to erase me." Grandma revealed diverted college funds and a post from Dad. "Our daughter lies about the night our son died. She convinced him to go alone." My cousin Mia texted, "They're saying you were drunk and made Ethan stay home." I was 14, sick with flu, medicated by Mom. At Noah's party, we confronted them. Grandma presented call logs, hospital records, photos proving I was sick. "Why say your 14-year-old was drunk?" The room turned. Uncle David said, "They told us she's troubled, wanted emancipation." I showed the papers they forced me to sign. Mom whispered, "She needed space." Grandma snapped, "She needed parents." I read Ethan's card aloud, voice breaking. Sarah said, "This is emotional abuse and abandonment." Grandma changed her will, cutting my parents out, securing shares for me and Noah via a trust. Mom sobbed. Dad fumed. "You can't," he said. "I did," Grandma replied. "Keep slandering Emma, and we'll sue." The family split. Some left with my parents, others, like Mia's family, stayed. Mom's last words, "You destroyed this family." I said, "You did, when you decided I didn't matter." The party continued, real and quiet. Relatives apologized, shared Ethan's memories. Laura said, "He'd be proud." I had Grandma, Laura, and the truth. Enough to start. Weeks later, my parents' lives continued, but I worked, studied for my GED, and healed in therapy. Their campaign only showed how many stood by me. The trust protected Noah's future. I hoped he'd learn the truth someday. Family ties broke, but I wouldn't trade my stand. Ethan's card reminded me to be someone he'd be proud of, not the problem child my parents invented. The fight went on, but I wasn't alone. Truth has power, and time would reveal it.